Some of them are using Unix. So not much familiar. I think nobody is are using for the workstation. It is like your laptop. Are you using the Linux? No, right? You're going for Windows only. But if you use the Linux, it's very benefit. Nowadays, more graphically Linux also comes. That is Ubuntu is the workstation. It's similar to the Windows, but also we are not using we are using Windows. So it's better to use the Linux. Okay, so why we are going for Linux means security is more, free of cost, and what the server you're connecting to our institution, right? The server we are using, that is also Linux. So it is a multi-user and multitask. Okay. So these are the, and disadvantage is the person who first install is very difficult to learn. Why means mostly it will be in the command. There is terminal, it uses the terminals mostly. So the command prompt will be, the comments will be more. So it feels difficult rather than dragging and picking. You should type, right? So obviously they go for the Windows. So compared to Windows, for the Linux is used for the server-based and workstations. They will use now. Okay. So Windows, we can use the Linux. How we can use this? We can dual operating system also we can do for your system. One is Windows and one is Linux. Okay. So what is the problem in that case? We have a low. There is a configuration. If it is low, it's very difficult to work. So what we are going for? No. DXP we have afternoon. See the sorry. No. You see it. This is a night there. Right? Please check. In your system also, but the problem is if you are using i7, always you should put the software into it. So it's better to have a software which works in the platform of Windows. So such software we have is Sigwin and WinWay. Okay, so WinWay. Okay, so if we talk about the architecture of the watch, see. So this is he is a computer student in this university. Okay. Because he cannot afford the Unix, he start writing his own code. Okay. For that reason, and the main reason why he's invited that Linux names, it should be a free will. So some of his colleagues and friends are starting to download the code and using the basic model of Unix only, but introduce some applications which can utilize that model also. Okay. So why Linux, if you ask me, so it is best suited for the multitask application, and it is more attractive because it comes free of cost, right? And it is open source. Open source means free of cost. Yeah, anyone can include the code, update the code. Okay. And it's very important to consider. We work in the terminal. Let me come. So the properties are the advantages are what? It is free and it is portable to any hardware platform. If you take any hardware means a digital hardware, Linux can be installed easily to that according to the hardware property. Okay, you will get a free version of that software that can easily install. Okay, like washing machine, CPU of washing machine, CPU of your wristwatch, mobile. Okay, you can install. It's a portable. And another thing is, you see in Windows, you cannot Windows servers or Windows, we cannot keep on long time, right? Okay. Always we should shut down and keep, right? But not Linux. Linux can, if you on this, in many days you can keep running it. Okay, that's why it is preferred for servers. See, in our institute only, the server is running 24 hours. Okay, they may switch off if it is holiday. Then Sunday they may switch off, I think so. Or else they will not touch that server. It will continuously run. Okay, so the software is built like that. It should not affect the hardware also. Okay, that's the specialty of Linux. Okay, so just keeping so for that property, if it is an automation factory or automation in industry, always it should be done automatically, right? So for that also it is controlled by a server. So in that we will use the Unix or Linux. Okay, nowadays almost all they are using Linux. I mean to say free of cost. So also Amazon servers, internet providers like BSNL, Airtel, they are all internet providers, right? Internet service providers also, right? They are all using the servers by using Linux. Okay. So what is the disadvantage if you find means we have plenty of distributors. Okay, so how do you come to know which is good or which is by using that one? So for example, some distributors like Red Hat you heard it. They are the developers. Red Hat, SUSE, and another is that. Some other is there. They are all the providers almost. Okay, Solaris, Sun Enterprises. Okay. So for example, the OSs are like this. The name is Debian, Ubuntu, Fedora, Arch, Linux. Okay. So these are all the concepts. Then how it works? What is the architecture of? So this is the architecture of middle. You can see right. Okay. So middle one is hardware. Middle one is hardware. Middle one is an hardware. So hardware is controlled or executed by the kernel. What is kernel? Kernel is a group of programs. It is a program which controls the hardware. Okay. Kernel is a heart of this. We can say. Okay. But it interacts with the hardware. What is hardware? What is hardware is your cache memory, RAM memory, your CPU, your keyboard, mouse, joystick. What you are using. Okay. That are all controlled, that are all hardware, right? That is controlled by the programs which is in the kernel. That is the main thing. Okay. So what comes next? Next is shell. We call it as shell. Shell is a intermediate between user and your kernel. Okay. What you are doing here, what you are typing some comments, right? That are all edited by shells. We call it as shells. It is also a set of program which interacts the user and the kernel. Okay, if you type that I want to see the file, or you are browsing, you want to browse, that information is converted by a program and sent to the kernel. Going to the kernel decides how to take the input, when the keyboard is on or is operating, how to take the input, or where the output should be displayed. It is all done by a kernel. So shell give the information to kernel that some users are operating. Okay, that after what they are operating, that becomes a program to the shell. Okay, shell transfer that, execute that, and transfer to the kernel. Sure, there are different shells. Okay, there are different shells. We are using bash shell. Yeah, D shell, Z shell, C shell. Different shells are. It is developed by different distributors. Okay, developers. So what are applications? So applications are what you are browsing. Say if you have a Linux, what you are doing in Windows, same thing can be done in this software. Which one? Linux. That's good. Okay. So what you are doing outside the computer, that is what you are doing. That are all applications. You are giving a computer, right? So if you are giving some comments, or you are giving a mail, you are playing a video, you are playing a audio, that are all used by the application. Given to the application. Spreadsheet. You are seeing spreadsheet like what? Excel. That is in Windows. In Linux, we will have LibreOffice, right? Okay. So I got all this. These are all the commands. These are all the small programs which are executed by the cells. These are all commands that you see. LS means lister, sorter, checker. Okay. These are all the commands you will learn to operate the Linux. So this is that. Okay. So next comes how to install that. See, today we do the installation process. Then we have a 5 minutes. Learn about that. So please type it. You also take and we will install. Today we will install. So what you should type? Secret. Yeah. Open it. Install that. No. Okay, open it. How much did you type? Then you start doing the installation. Okay? Yes, I installed. Oh, you installed that. Okay. So keep running. So these are the details about the CPU. Okay. You got this video, right? Got that? Go here. Install. Segment by running. Click on that. If it download. Click that. Take time to download. Okay. Download it, right? So we go to that folder. All of you doing? Yeah. Go to that folder. Come here. So what is it? Yeah, you're not getting? So you can connect it, right? Go on. Getting it? You're the command name is chmod. So it is chmod, right? Which means change mode.
right? What are all three types of users? So primary, others, right? So there are three types of users here. So what are all three types or three kinds of permissions which you can give to all three users? So three permissions for all three. So two ways. So what are two ways in which we can give permissions? So what do you mean by file permission, right? So if you want to give file permission, give okay, text expression, right? And then you can write file name, right? File name or directory name. So what do you mean by seseion12? What are all those file permissions which we can give? File, right? Please tell me, what are all those file permissions which we can give? What are all those file directory name, right? Hey, Soumya. And then why you're not responding? Please tell me what are all those file permissions, right? What are all types of permissions which we give for a file or directory? Then answer. If audible, you must answer, right? Yes, others? What do you mean by RWX? Yes, what do? Yes, read, write, execute. So there is second way in which you can give file permission, right? So that is using mode numbers. Right? The first syntax for this is chmod. Right? Here you can give permission code. So you see all this, right? Permission code, we'll discuss. Permission code, and here you can give file or directory name. Okay? So first we'll go with the first method, right? That is symbolic or text method. So we'll discuss symbolic or text method. So notations used for symbolic, right? Symbolic or text methods are so which are used to so notations which are used to form text expressions. Text notations. Those are user, group, other. So plus, what do you mean by plus? Plus means give permission. Minus means deduct permission. U for user. Okay. Okay. Then designated. Suppose let's give all permissions. Okay. You can give instead, right? Comma. Other. You are giving permission to the particular permission to file1.p. Okay. So this is just one example. Suppose, right? Suppose if you want to give permission, so you try these examples, right? So second, if you want to give all permissions to a directory, right? How we can give directory for all users? How we can give that? So you can write. So you can. So what we can write here? So, but before giving permission, right, you have to check the existing permission. How we can check? So if you do ls minus l, what you're going to find? You're going to find some information about the directory, right? And in that directory information, in that list information, you'll find something written like this: rwx, right? Rwx minus. So r minus x, right? Plus something written like this, right? So whenever it is written like this, okay, it means what? First of all, it means what? It is a file or directory. What it means? Is it a file or directory? Yes, tell me. Is it a file or directory? Right, it is a file. So, yes, correct. So it is a file. So what we can do? So for directory, how we can mention, right? So this is the file. So for directory, if it is written like this, D, R, W, something, some permission, we do not know. I'm just taking random permission, right? If it is written like this, it means what? It is a directory, right? So if I write like this, R minus X, R minus X, sorry, R hyphen plus. Can you tell me what operation it is doing for all different type of users? So we have U for user, group, and other. Can you tell me what permission host user has? So this is a user, right? Local user. So what permission a local user has? Can you tell me by seeing this? Yes, deep correct. Good. So it is read and execute. Correct. So what about group? What permission group user has? Yes, good BP, good channel. Right? Read and execute. What about other? Yes, only read. Yes, BP, correct. So it is read only. Read only permission given. Right? So let's do some lab exercise to understand how it works. So we are still discussing the first method. It is for using some notations, using some. So we are only doing by this first method, symbolic or text method. Right? So let's do some lab exercises. Right? Some lab exercises. So first question take that try to change permissions for those files. Try to change permissions for those files. Okay, first we'll try to change permission for file one dot v. So give only give read and execute permission for only user is of you. So give and tell me whether it's working for you or not. Take in your laptop, try to do it. Then we'll go with next question. So everyone try to do this. So try to change the permissions of all those files, right? For all those files, which whose name starts with DES. Okay, try to change the permission of all those files whose name starts with all those file names which starts with DES. So try to do these two questions. So Ajay, which expression you are talking for? Can you tell me? Can you write in chat box for what expression you are talking for? So if I okay. Yes, in this case, understand that I have already written right. First one is for user, second one is for group, and third one is for other. So I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you here in tool. So let's check. So first of all, what you should do, check what is the list. ls minus l, right? So what I mean, ls minus l. So I have these files, right? So you can see what is the what is the permission which are given, right? All these are files. There are no directories. So if you see, so the first three, right? So the first three is for user. Second three is for group. Last three is for other. Okay. So suppose file 1.v. So what was the first question? So give all permission for all users for file 1.v. So how to give? First write the command chmod, right? Then you have to write the expression. So how we can write? User. So for user what you are giving? Plus all permissions rwx. Group plus rwx. Other plus rwx. So we are giving what? All permission to all types of users for file 1 right? File1.e. So let's check whether it has given permission or not. So you can see for file1.e, now it has given all permissions for file1.e. Okay, is it clear? Yes. So next, what we are going to see? Next question, right? So we are giving. So what is the next question? Yes, everyone has solved next question. So what was the next question? To give all permissions, right? Give no, not all permissions. All or what? I said try to change the permission of all those file names which starts with the DES. Try to change the permission to read, write, execute only for user. Okay, so I'm slightly changing the question. So this is the question, right? Try to change the permission to read, write, execute only for user, right? Of all those file names which starts with DES. Try to do this. Try to do this and post your answer in chat box. Once it's completed, post your command in chat box. So I'll verify. Is it completed? Hello? Is getting? No, Rahul, that is not correct. So you have given the read, write, execute for all user, group, and other. But what is the question? The question is that give read, write, execute permission only for user. Okay. So just give permission only for user, not for all other types. So you should remove group and other. So you should remove all other permissions. Right? The permission should be read, write, execute should be there only for user. Group and other should not have any user. And check with ls minus l. So check with ls minus l what permission it is showing. See, your group and other should not have any permission. That is also I'm saying. Your group and others should not have any permission. It means what? It should look like this. I'll write here. It will look like this minus rwx minus 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 minus. Okay, it should look like this if you check ls minus l. Yes, Soumya, good. So Soumya has done it very correctly, what I wanted. So he did it correctly. Okay, so let's discuss this. Right? So what we should do? So first you should check what is the existing, right? What is the existing permission which is given for DES files? If you see here, right? So you have 3 files, DES. So you can tell that I can write all these DES multiple number of times. What if there are 1,000 file names which is starting from DES? You're not going to write DES every time, right? It will become very tedious. So try to use regular expression, right? Try to use regular expression with your chmod command. First write chmod. Also take the permission, existing permission. right? It is read, write, and read. Okay, so we'll go with ch mod, right? So user, we want to give what? All permission RWX, right? And for why we do not want to give any permission to group and other. For other also we'll subtract, right? We'll remove permissions. All read, write, execute permission we are going to remove. Then space, what you're going to write? So write the, what you're going to write? Write DES. So what is it? All names which starts with DES. So DES star means after DES, any character can be allowed. 0 character or any more than 0 character. Okay. Dot with any extension is allowed. Right. So for all these files, give permission, read, write, execute only for user. So this is how you should write. So let's check. So ls minus l will also write DES or just we take full. So you can see all these names which starts with DES. Right. Now what is the permission? Only user has read, write, execute. You see here, for all these 3 files, you have what? Read, write, execute. Only for these 3 files. Is it clear? So try to do this. So you should write like this. Write down next question. So give only for group and other. For all those file names, which has first 3 characters as alphabets. First 3 characters as alphabets, followed by 1 number. Followed by 1 number, 1 numerical. I'll just take 1 number with any extension. So do this. Try to do this, everyone. So give permission, right? Give permission, only read, write. Okay, only give permission, only read, write for user and only read for group and others. Okay. So for what files you have to give this permission? For all those files for which first 3 character is alphabet followed by 1 number, right? With any extension. So try to do this question by yourself. See, I am trying to merge with the regular expression concept also. Okay. Try to use that topic also in CH mod. So do it. So once you have completed it, just post your answer in chat box. So how to check if permissions are changed or not? ls minus l, right? It is there. Okay. You have to change the permission as per given question. Is it completed? Those who have completed, they can say yes, right? We'll write their names and I'll give to management. Yes, good Shanta, but that is not the question which I asked. Right? 1 number means not the numerical one. See, 1 number means not the it is a count. And Shanta, you should check once, right? So whatever you have written A to Z, 0 to 9, it's like it can be any number of characters. Same for Rahul also. So you have written A to Z star, it means what? It can occur any number of times, right? A to Z. But I have told clearly that first 3 characters are alphabets followed by 1 number, single number. It means what? First, yes, Vasant has done correctly. So A to Z, yes, that is correct. Yes, Vasant. Also good. So this is what I said, right? So if it is mentioned that there are any number of characters in the name, then it's fine. Like whatever you have done, that's fine. So what we can do? So ch mod, right? So what we are trying to do? Let me check. Yes, Vignesh. This is. But you haven't mentioned that first 3 characters should be alphabets. Just you have written FIL. So it can FIL is not there. Right? Any alphabets can there. Right? It can be any alphabets. It can be DES. It can be SEL. Right? It can be APAP. Right? So first what you have to do? First you check what is your existing permission. So that is ls minus l. So if you see, you have read, write, execute. So subtract, right? What will do? ch mod. So we wanted what? Only read, write. We do not want execute. So we'll subtract what? U minus x. We'll remove execute. Then we'll add, right? We'll add permissions. What permissions we are adding? Read, and for other also read, right? For what sort of files? So file names which starts with A to Z, lowercase or uppercase, right? You should mention both. The first three characters should be strictly what? This one, right? A to Z. First three characters is strictly alphabets. Then it is number. Anurag, you didn't mention number, right? Where is the number? I told after three alphabets, you have to mention number also, right? So I write, it can be any number between 0 to 9, right? Dot. So any extension I told, right? You can write like this. So press enter. So let's check whether it has changed the permission, like what we have given. You can see only for these three names, DES1, DES2, DES4, right? Because it starts with any alphabet, any three alphabets, followed by any one number, 1, 2, any number is allowed, right? Followed by any extension. So you can see we have given read write only for user and only read or read only for both group and other, for all these types of files. Is it clear, everyone? So this is the command. So those who are not able to do, they can just try this one. Good. I have seen some people are answering. Anurag, Vignesh, Vasant, Rahul, Shanta. Right? So good. So next we are going to discuss, next method is chmod by using mode numbers. Okay. So let me share the screen. So let's discuss the second method. Right? What is the second method? So using mode numbers, right? So this is the second method. So this was by using notations or text expression. Now we can use mode numbers. So everyone note down. So everyone note. Down or not? Okay. Okay. The symbol called permission. Right? Right? For user, permission is 4. And what is your 4? It is only read. Right? For group, permission is 2. What is 2? It is only write. So give only write permission to group. If I write 7, so 7 is given to what? Other. Right? So 7 is what? Give all permission to other. So wait, I'll just change some numbers. So go with 7, 4, 2. So try this and tell me what sort of permission it is giving. So it should give like RWX, right? What is 4? 4 is only read. So R minus 2. What is 2? 2 is only write. So minus W minus. Is it clear? So you will get permission like this. You can see, you get permission. You can see permission like this. Everyone check this. Similarly, try to give yes permission. So read and execute for all user, group, and other. To do this, using code.
आप जल्दी जल्दी वॉलंटियर करिए, जो हाथ खड़ा करेंगे उनमें से मैं चुनूंगी कि कौन हमारे स्कूल को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा।
Which based upon your comfortableness, right? You can use any of these methods.
लड़की बहुत ही
Okay.
खुशी है कि हाथ खड़ा करती है।
So we'll take one short break of 5 minutes and then we'll continue. Just we'll take one short 5 minutes break and we'll continue.
₹1460 के
क्या आपको पता है कि इस तारीख को पीने के बाद आपसे थोड़ा सा मतलब ब्रेक लेते हैं
Allowed, it has only 5 characters. So try to do this. So you have to give permissions, right? What permission you have to give? For user, give read, right? For group, give code, write and execute. For other, you have to give read. So what code you have to use, right? 434, right? So try to do this. Give permissions to all those files which starts with M and ends with K. Numbers are not allowed. It has only 5 characters. Do this. I said numbers are not allowed. It means what? It can be alphabets or it can be any special character, right? Like underscore, like dot. These all are special characters. Dollar. But if you're specifying alphabets wasn't, it means you have fixed that definitely these 3 characters are alphabets. It can be special character also. Except numbers, everything is allowed. So what about others? Others aren't trying. Hari, Ajay, Vignesh, Rudrama, Sandeep. Yeah, Vignesh, same thing. What I told for Vasant, same correction. Also, I told you, right? Try to use codes. Don't write notations. Notation is over, right? Now you should try to use codes. 434. That is read for user, write and execute for group, and read for other. Sandeep, why you have used up arrow before every 0 to 9? What up arrow signifies? To use explanation. So, okay, fine, I'll write here. So it starts with M, ends with K, right? Dot with any extension, right? So what is there, but what is there in between M and K? Because it has clearly written that it is only 5 characters. So what we can write here? So also it is mentioned that except numbers. Another again for you, I have told, right? So if there is special characters, that will be not allowed because you have clearly mentioned on the alphabets. So I said anything except numbers. So you can write here, right? 0 to 9, right? 0 to 9. Anything except numbers 0 to 9. But except numbers, so you have to mention what? Exclamation mark. It means what? Not of. Not of these numbers. Except these numbers. Okay? So try this. Word count. It is called as words. See? It is trying to print. Right? If I just tell me what it will print. It will print number of lines. It will print number of what? Number of bytes. Okay. So before trying these examples, so let's discuss one more point here. Here we'll do right. ls plus is everyone. So I'll change. Right. Suppose if I type like this, ls, right? ls minus l, right? Then I use pipe operator. So this is what pipe operator. Then I'm going to use wc. So what it is going to print? Prints list of files with word count. So let's see. So no, it is not going to print the list of files. In fact, it is showing what? Words. So number of lines, number of words, and number of bytes, right? Or number of characters is fed as in your second command, right? So whenever you're typing wc, syntax says that you should mention file name also, right? But if I'm mentioning file name, so this file has no content, so it is giving 000. So what if I use pipe operator? ls, suppose I want to check the number of lines for this, only number of lines. So I use ls minus l, wc, right? Then wc and then minus l. So if I want only lines, so I use option, right? Minus l. So what is happening? The output of this command is fed as an input to the second command, right? So this is what pipe operator does, and this is what word count does. Is it clear, everyone? So try this command in your. Fine, you try to the. So what if I write minus 3? Yes, Shanta. Correct. Good. So whenever you are using head and tail, what is the purpose of head and tail? Head is to print, right? If you are mentioning some number minus 3, it will print first 3 lines, right? So if you use head minus 2, right? If you use, so you have to use in pipe, right? Because there is no content. You haven't mentioned any file name. You have to mention the file name to get the answer. So right now our files are empty, so there is no content. Okay. So let's, total lines in our long list plus minus L is 6. So we'll use one pipe operator, and here I am going to use head, right? Head minus 2. It will print first 2 lines of my long list. If I write minus 2, but I'm using command name tail, so it will print what? Last 2 lines. Okay. So just let's recap whatever we have discussed. C command, right? Or you can give number also. Head 5 prints only first 2 lines. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? So try to, okay, we'll do this tomorrow, or I'll give you assignment, right? So try this question at home. So create in the same command line. We'll check its word count in command line. Create a file, right? And he will be discussing query. You can clear your doubts. So he will be taking more questions, more example questions. So we'll do this. Discuss that tomorrow. We'll discuss that. Okay. Friday or maybe Saturday. Thursday or no, Friday. Okay. Fine. It looks good. Okay then. So tomorrow we'll meet again. So thank you, everyone.